Hello, welcome everybody to Tuesday, whatever day it is, Tuesday, May something. This is the super slow, rapid Sloth and Pawnda Universal. We have 8 players thus far. Here's the link again. Rapid 15 plus 5. Alright, rapid 15 plus 5. 5 rounds. 5 rounds. Eh? We have 8 players. Join the team. Join the team now. If you would like to join our team, you have to submit a donation. Just kidding. Donations are optional. The Church of Chess. I should start a cult. Good way to make some money. We start a chess cult. You have to make a donation to the chess cult. $25% of your yearly income must be donated to the cult to join. The chess cult. Alright. Sloth and Pawnda, slow rapid. This is Carlsen the Sloth. He's our guest speaker on Tuesdays. Pure coincidence. I'm not trying to do name dropping. Just happened to be named Carlsen. So what is up? Sparkle Horse, Akshak, Stapvargan, Sumaher. No, I forgot that one game I played with Akshak. Sumaher. Who are you? Boomer. He's a boomer. Ruslan Bear, AP87, and Astermate. I swear, man, the humidity in my office just increased 10% in the last 5 seconds. I have a challenge. Yes. About that challenge. Don't know me, do you? You won't like me when I'm angry. Don't challenge me to bullet chess. I don't even play Blitz, man. I play you in bullet. I tried to think about missing this, but now I just feel my hand is empty. My head is empty. Empty head and empty hands. Empty hands, empty head. Oh no, this guy, he wants to get perma-banned. Anyway, guys, we're hosting a tournament here. 15 plus 5 rapid 5 rounds for the slow. I'm slow. Are you slow? 15. I like that, Mr. Coffee. Tournament Tuesday. Rapid casual. 15 plus 5 or similar. Tournament at 6:30 p.m. CEST. To play, you must be a member of Pawnda and Horses Club. To be a member of the Pawnda and Horses Club, you must be a member of the Pawnda and Horses cult. And to be a member of the Pawnda and Horses cult, you have to tithe 25% of your yearly income to our cult. Ambulance. Oh no, it's raining. Oh no, it's raining again. No. Raining ambulances. Drink beer. Oh man. No, not the rain. A huge cloud outside. Be right back. Be right back. Be quiet. What is that, Mr. Coffee? Okay. Be the first to gift a sub. Gift a sub to be number 1 this week. Gift a sloth. To get new emotes, I have to get a sloth emote. Cheer now to be number 1. No cheers or gift subs for this week yet. It's already Tuesday. Sloth emote. Serious Sloth. Slow Sloth. Seriously slow Sloth. 8 minutes till tournament starts. 9 players. Hear that rain outside? Sparkle Horse, Zen Chess, Akshak, Stepvargan, Sumaher, Boomber, Ruslan Bear just joined, AP87, and Acerbate. Can we check the rain forecast? Rain forecast is not good. Rain continuing through the rest of the stream. Wonderful. Perfect. So get used to it. It's going to be raining through the whole stream. I feel like winning this all. Alright. Winging it. Winging it all. Traditionalisch Villagos Shore. Sure. I mispronounced Hungarian letters. The O with 2 umlauts. Sure. 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 Okay, 15 plus 5. 3 minutes between rounds. 7 minutes to go. Usually our weather pattern is like the storms sort of come down from Slovakia. And like Western Europe, Northwestern. Seem to go from the northwest down mostly. That's the weather pattern I'm used to seeing. So it could like go down through Budapest and like slam down into Belgrade. Maybe a Bijak. You may have your own weather pattern down there. I don't know. But everything seems to move from the northwest usually. Alright, enjoy the sound of the relaxing sound of the rain. You're coming to Budapest in less than a month. Oh, I better get out of here. We have to hide. Alright. It's very hot here without this window open. I'm going to use my beer as a cooler. I had a coffee, but it wore off already. I had it about an hour ago. I used up my coffee energy. Uh-oh. First time chat from viewer. One message was deleted by a moderator. Oh, okay. They got hit by Mubot. That's alright. Not necessarily they did anything really wrong. Maybe some caps. Cooking Rooks has joined us. The tactician, speaking of cooking rooks, the tactician knows what to do when there is something to do. Whereas strategian, is that really a word? The strategian knows what to do when there's something to do. When there's nothing to do. I just messed up the whole quote, but whatever. Is a strategian really a word? The strategian. Beer doesn't help me sleep well. Maybe 1. After that, it actually has the anti-effect. Oh no. Another excessive use of caps? Damn. Cooking Rooks, brah, I tried, got bullet today. The question is why? I've been warning everyone not to do stuff like that for the last like 4 years. But no, can't listen. Don't listen to Saji. Don't touch the hot stove, you'll burn yourself. Gonna do it anyway. Yeah, the rain was like holding out till the stream started. Unbelievable. We didn't have hard rain the entire day, even though it like looked like it was gonna rain. It literally starts like 5 minutes after my stream goes on. And it'll probably continue like this, so I hope you can all hear me. I can't make that sound go away. Isn't it nice and relaxing like the rainforest? We're in the rainforest. I should put like rainforest sounds in the background along with it. Alexa, play relaxing rainforest sounds. You don't see the tournament in the tournament list? Yeah, I don't think private tournaments go in the tournament list. I think there was a time when they did. Long ago in another dimension. Though there should be a private tournament list, in my opinion. IMHO. Can't have that. Like, it might be a useful feature. I'm not saying it should be on the front page, but shouldn't there be a way for people to see private tournaments? Would that hurt anything? Hello and good luck from Cormoran. So we've got Sparkle Horse, Zen Chess, thank you Cormoran for joining, Akshak, Stabvergen, Dinekis, Sumher, Boomber, Ruslan, AP87. I apologize for the torrential downpour. I didn't think it was going to get that bad. We get the buckets out. We are starting in 2 minutes. I'm going to make sure the animals are all getting into the arc in pairs. Okay, 1 minute to go, 30 seconds. Animals are getting on the arc. Alright. It shouldn't rain hard like that, constantly. We've got 19 seconds till tournament starts. 12 players. Guys, be the first to gift a sub. Mr. Coffee. Asterbait. Who's the... Actually, we don't have any, Wow, we don't have any hype conductors. No hype conductors, only suspicious users. Wow, someone wanted to join the tournament and I didn't, like, enter them in time. I feel bad. IVYM wanted to join. Oh, man. And I didn't accept you in time, so you missed the first round. I'm so sorry. I was out letting the animals on the arc. Okay, exactly 5 seconds stream delay. Not bad. I'm so sorry. I don't have anything. Why do I have to play Sumher in the first round? Like, the player I've played the most against? 176 games now? Why does he have to be my pairing? I hate, and he's always white. Not always, just half the time. The rain stopped. There's a lot of storms in the area, so I'll probably have rain off and on. Please get the sub and make a donation, support the stream if you can afford it. We appreciate. Now, Knight C3, he's been there, done that before. We've done the Jijiani against him. Now, he's pretty booked up for that. I would say, dang, you gotta buy right away. That sucks, because IBYM would have been in the tournament if I had let him in. I'm so sorry, guys. Don't have time to play, but I want to play. So I late joined, Latte joined. Free lattes. If you want a latte join, gotta keep Sumihara on his toes here with the weird beer pour. No lattes, just beer. But I like the time control. This is such a good time control. 15 plus 5. Another request to join the team? Or is that an old one? No, no join. 0 join requests. Now what do I do? We have to play d6 for lack of a better idea. Ooh, I just split the board up. Sorry. Alright, so modern defense with an early knight c6. I've probably played this at least once against Sumihara, but not something he would have been, like, you know, preparing for. Let's say, Aksha. Where did lattes come from? Skaki said, Skaki I call him. Shaki said, I don't have time to play, but want to play, so I latte joined and took the free half a point. He latte joined. Love JBTV. I missed the tournament. Darn. You didn't miss the tournament. But there are some requirements. You get to be a member of our club. Number 1. Number 2. I think it's set at like 40 rapid games requirement. You can still join in the next round. LBJ. This looks familiar. Been there, done that. Running out of other options, so I played e5. I feel like we had this in a previous life. Yeah. That was the Kozak Adam game, which I referenced a month or two ago. I played a game in a tournament 2 years ago. The only time I've ever played this in my life. I managed to hold a draw against our own young grandmaster here in Hungary. I was pretty much fighting for the draw in a tense game. Anyway, I don't remember what he played. I'm not going to give any hints here. It's very possible I had this position once with Sumihara already. Now the rain stopped and I'm just suffocating because there's no oxygen. It's so much fun. In your opinion, would it be worth my time looking at Benoni? Or do you think that would not suit me? I feel like you're too solid for the Benoni. It would be too, like, dramatic of a shift for you. I just think it would be a really dramatic shift. I mean, you're playing things like the French, the Kali system, Tory attack. I mean, your repertoire is based around, like, extremely solid stuff. You'd be better off going somewhere in the middle of the road. You know, it feels like Benoni is like extremely open and therefore, you know, very tactic dependent, very very sudden shifts in position. I think, you know, you can make a shift, but make it more gradually. It seems like you're going from one extreme to the other if you do that, which isn't easy to handle. Do we have a new request to join the team? Do I need to post the link? Perhaps you'd like to join our team. Ooh, what am I doing? I will post the link to team. Very stuffy in here with the window closed. and 70% humidity. I'm enjoying it. Good thing I'm not claustrophobic. Anyways, bad joke. So where is he? I think he went down to the bookstore to look it up in Encyclopedia of Chess Openings. They have the Sahovsky Informator, you know, was developed in Serbia, I guess. So here we go. Bishop e2. Yes, that looks interesting. Looks very logical. Solid move. You know, I'm just thinking, it's not a King's Indian because my knight's not an f6. It could never be a King's Indian transposition unless I make that move. It is a plausible idea. Are you threatening me? Bishop takes f3. Bishop takes f3 looks familiar. Bishop takes f3. Looks very familiar. He can obviously take with the pawn as well. Yeah, I feel like we had this game before, and you're following the exact game with Kozak. He had to go check the database for my game. That's why he was gone for like 3 minutes. Finally, a subscription! Nils subscribed to Tier 1. 27 months. Speak for yourself, man. But I'm not having any babies with you. Bishop takes f3. c5. You're definitely not my kind of girl. What am I gonna do here? Bishop takes f3, bishop takes f3, c5. Yeah, that's the game with Kozak. Unless I played 97 first. Ooh. Feels like this was the variation. He's actually gone and looked up the game. That's against the rules. You know what? That game isn't in the database though, because that was right before our organizer, Hungarian organizer Rigo János died, and it was like the month before he died, and his tournaments didn't have DGT boards. None of those games were in the like in the public domain, so to speak. So actually, there is no way that Sumer would have access to my game with Kozak Adam. Unless he broke into my house and like rifled through my papers to find my score sheet. Queen a4 check. Now there's always like the proverbial king f8 in the modern defense. But I really ought to be open-minded. If I'm going to consider king f8, I should consider king e7. There's a reason for king f8, though. The secret forum. Queen d7 deserves consideration. There was a slight issue with that, or not? I like trading queens against Sumer. I feel like he's a good attacker. That's his strongest point. If I get him in a situation where there's no attacking, it's not an attacking position. I'm automatically like more favored to win. I have a bigger edge against him in an endgame than I do in a middle game. Mr. Coffee with 300 bits. A subreddit. For 10,000 bits, I'll tell you my Reddit account. You can knock me for using Reddit. I don't really use Reddit, but I do have an account. Alright, I thought about posting the streams to Reddit. By the way, if anyone actually uses Reddit, I mean, can you do that? Do people do that? Do they post their streams? They link their streams to Reddit? I noticed that when, I don't know, I guess on Facebook, what am I talking about? On Twitch. Yeah, Twitch has a share command. Reddit is among the things you can share on. Twitter, Facebook, vContact, Reddit, embed, copy URL. Yeah, it's a command. Would it be worth it to put my streams on Reddit, do you think? Right, exactly. That's my question, Zen. They have rules against like self-promotion. So my question would be, would I be pissing people off or violating the rules if I put it in like the R chess wouldn't care? Yeah, I wouldn't put it in like subreddits. But I guess the question would be like in the main chess Reddit. Cuz I don't really use Reddit much, and I don't know, I don't use Twitter obviously. You might get a little bit of feedback. It would be good. I don't do a lot of self-promotion. I'm the last person who should get like slammed for self-promoting. I never promote myself. I'm the master of under-promotion. Get it? I'm the master of bad puns. Do we have someone else trying to join the team? So Ripun Bansal is trying to join the team. What happened to LBJ? Her name is not LBJ. But earlier, there was another player, Love TV, was asking about the tournament. If anyone wants to join, I under promote. Now Sumer has gone to consult the endgame. The endgame, encyclopedia or something. Now, is this an endgame? According to my definition of endgames, this is an endgame. The kind of breakdown is like it usually has to require a queen trade and another piece. But there's obviously no written, tablets where what an endgame has actually been handed down. You have to play over the board in 30 minutes. Dude, get a warm-up game in. You can get one warm-up game in. You should have started on time. But Nils, thank you for, what's it called? Subscribing. And thanks to Mr. Coffee for 300-bit donation. First on the board for this week. We wish Nils luck. We also had a follow from KVMKA. You played an event. Akshat played an event. 30 plus 15. Scored 4.5 out of 7. Now that is Rapid Chess, correct? Don't need a warm-up for my opponent. Man, what is Sumer doing here? He must have gone to buy beer. I almost played King F8 when he played Knight B5. Freudian slip. I almost played King F8 instead of Queen D7. Because I can move my bishop like Bishop H6 and then transfer the king to safety at G7. That's a very reasonable alternative plan. So now he's given up the good bishop. Yeah, there's no question about this one. I am definitely going to go for extending warranty. Would you like the extended warranty for that bishop? I mean, normally extended warranties are bad, but I think this one is going to have to go. We're going to have to say yes. I'm extending my warranty. Speaking of tip jar, actually, what language are you speaking? Speaking of TGAT jar, I wanted it, but was told to leave it behind. You mean that jar? I feel like we're playing Wordle. Guaranteed bishops. Bad bishops, guaranteed. It's like self-under promotion. Almost always a bad deal, taking the guarantee. Now it stopped raining. If I unclose the window, it will guarantee start raining again. Speaking of guarantees, it's like trolling me. If I even look at it, it'll start raining. Check. Oh my god. We lost a piece. You lost a piece. This is Halloween moment. Remember, kids, when you go for your Halloween candy, remember, always check for poison. Reasonable percentage of candies are poisoned, so we want to make sure. F5, pawn takes pawn. And then, he probably saw pawn takes c3, f6 check, but he didn't stop to think about knight f6, which wins a piece for black. Warranty, close enough. Guarantee is good. I mean, warranty is like a synonym for guarantee, probably. I don't think anyone would make fun of you for using guarantee. Oh, yeah, typical Dutch guy. You said guarantee, haha. No, I mean, that's close enough. So, white missed this. I don't think that's a mistake, really. White missed this knight f6 move. Go for the beer. ST33 Brown says, if I have visitors, I may have to leave. Were you streaming DS yesterday? I didn't watch, but I saw your stream title at some point, I think. You were doing poker and chess or something? Was it? Double stream? Oh, that's weird. I thought I saw poker and chess in the stream title. It was a strange game by Sumaher. He's clearly like distracted, or he's out shopping with his friends. He never takes this much time. I mean, it was weird even before, he blundered. This was weird. I can't, I hate that though, that you can't see the times when you scroll back in the moves. That would be a good feature request. When you're scrolling back, when as a streamer, I'm scrolling back, you could see what the time was. Is there any reason why they can't add that? Is there another request to join the team? I want to have like let's see, a free piece. Don't mention that. That's sight. Gross. I think Sumaher went down to the store, man. He's just not here. He just lost and just left the building. We should have him punished for letting his clock run out instead of resigning. He's never thought this long on a single move in his entire 176 games against me. I was saying the other day, I wouldn't switch to streaming on that site if I was homeless. Nils, he just resigned. Alright. So I'm curious here. If we look at this quickly, this was my game from 2 years ago, for sure. But I noted that like 92 is also a strategy for black. I don't like it as much. I like ops color bishop positions, and this is more up my alley. You know, I'm not sure if I played 97. I think I played c5. So this Kozak played pawn takes pawn against me. It was pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. I don't know if Sumer and I had this before. Let's see. Sparkle Horse says black. Uh-oh. It was Ripun. There was one game with Ripun and one game with Jim, and it wasn't Sumer. Wow. Ripun played the same as the other game. Actually, they both did. Jim played a good game. Both Jim and Ripun played takes en passant. Never bring out your queen early, Nils. Bishop takes what? Oh, knight takes e2. Queen takes. There's no guarantee white takes with the queen. Of course, there's a chance they could play like knight takes or something. But yeah, that never occurred to me. Of course, you never know. Like you could get your trine crapped. It's never a good idea to get your trine crapped. This is a really nice way to get your trine crapped. Nils immediately finds a way to lose. No, I don't think he's losing. But if bishop takes f3, he's lost because of queen d2. That would be really sick. I think you're just lost there after queen d2. But you have queen takes g5, obviously. And then it's this ending, which I think white is a little better here because of the bad bishop and space. You know, I don't like this endgame. Anyways. So bishop f3. Yeah, the other guys took. This was a new move, queen a4 check. Let's see the modern database. Oh, it's been played. Emanuel Scheindorfer played it. And Yuri Arpetian. Ooh, the great Vasek Rylik and Shandor Frago. I wonder if that was 1998 New York Open. I think I played in that. Under 2400 section. I think we actually played Frago Shandor, the monster, the legend. So king f8 is the best move according to the engine. Wow. I wasn't sure. I thought about king e7, but king f8 makes more sense. As I said, you're going to play bishop h6 and then evacuate here. But I thought against Sumer, you know, he doesn't really play endgames as well as middle games, so I was happy to trade queens. But Scheindorfer found this. Very neat move. I don't know if that's an OTB game or bishop d1, triple exclam. Alright guys, quick win there, very fortunate. Time for the next round already? Boomber is still playing. There's no way you guys should all be done already. My game was just a freak. How does Zen Chess have 56 seconds left? What? Zen Chess is getting like destroyed by a 1900. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. Boomber has 76 blitz games at 1764. 256 Rapid at 1900. Classical 52. Very, very weak in Bullet. Zen Chess Septon just woke up. Well, who knows? But he's usually quite fast. He's getting absolutely throttled by this guy. That's a major upset. But not every upset is sus. I'm just saying, Boomer is not a player I know too well, so I don't know if I would even face them. Fast players playing slow. Well, if you have like a lost position. You know, it's hard to play fast, necessarily. Have I played this player? Games with you? No. Puzzle Storm 1600, I mean 16. Puzzles 2368. He drew an IM, but it was 6 moves. Oh, he played in the Pawnda and Sloth Rapid. He also timed out after 4 moves against the same guy. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. Could be sus. But Zen Chess is tough. Looks like he's got some attacking chances now. So much for that. This is our last game. Rook e2. Was there another move? Well, white had to avoid the exchange of queens, so this move is like forced. This is best, I guess. Hard to recommend another move here for Zen Chess. 97 check doesn't seem to cut it. Buck's also playing really fast, but his ratings are super sus. 1300 Bullet. Okay, we just don't play Bullet, I guess. But then why is he so fast if he doesn't play Bullet? I don't know where this account came from. Honestly, we've never played. Sometimes people get added to the team mysteriously. By Mr. Coffee. I have a bad feeling about this for white. But he's still got a little life left in him. Getting absolutely destroyed. How is that just so far behind on time, though, and getting crushed? So bad. Lee. Ouch. That looks pretty efficient. Let's take a look at this game. It's not over. We have 3 minutes between rounds. I just want to make sure, like, Black doesn't have, like, a perfect score. It was the Italian game, which is, like, Zen Chess is very good at. He's very well prepared. I mean, I played against him and he knew, like, 18 moves of theory. wonder if white at f4 there. Not sure it would be a good move, but might have been plausible. Plausibility. This guy just starts wrecking 2300s. I'm not inclined to leave him be. The Zen chess is tough with Ola. Zen chess is tough with the time increment play too. This looks very brutal though, both in time and technique. An Italian Zen. Chess kudos. Kudos to you. Zen's a good guy. We've played many, many games. 174 to be exact. The other player, 0. This is why I don't like Rapid Online. Dude, this is a private team, man, so I can ban people if they're sus. I'm not going in the like hourly or I'm not going in the pools there, Chesscudo. But if I can't play Rapid Chess online, I'm just gonna quit playing chess, I guess. At that point, I mean, bullet chess just doesn't do it for me. Blitz doesn't do it for me. If anybody's suspicious, they're getting kicked out. We'll have a quick look at the game. Grandmasters too. It's not just 900s. Yeah, very good vision there. I don't think that Zenchus has any chance against this account. The Rabid Sloth. The other thing is Black's time use has been very balanced. We'll have to take a look at the graph. He's really paced himself. Even in what looks like a very winning position, he's taking the same amount of time every move. What's up, World Loser? Just Masters. Yeah, he did the same thing in the history there. He had like 5 move games with Grandmaster Simul or FM Simul. I don't know who he was playing. He did sketchy stuff in the few games we saw. No, I saw that he forfeited in our tournament on Tuesday. But sometimes, Shaki, people just don't show up for the first round. A lot of people do that. You're still venting about it. Shaki is a very grumpy dude. There's nothing I can do. I mean, people just don't show up for games in these things in the first round a lot of times because they forgot about the tournament. I'm not going to judge anybody by that. If they like start, just bailing at later points. Damn, this is tough. Tough to watch. Something I don't understand about that position, what's weird, right? Let's take a look at move 55. Just remember move 55. I want to see move 55, if that's like the engine's #1 move or what there. Let's see move 55. I'm very curious, because I know a human wouldn't normally play that move. Alright, computer analysis. One mistake, 14 CPL. Alright. 16 CPL, yeah. Doesn't look good. But let's check out move 55. I don't like the look of this. Bishop d7 is engine. Bishop b6 is not. Rook c8 second engine move. How about a5? That doesn't look like an engine move. So he's not necessarily like playing that second engine move, rook e7. That looks sus. He looks real sus. Yeah, this looks pretty sus to me, dude. I would say ban him from the team based on that game. 16 puzzle storm, yet he's 2368 in puzzles. I want to check move 55. Just curious, because any human would automatically like sack their queen, just trade all the heavy pieces there. If you were a human player, g5 is top 2. You know, like every human player would play queen takes e3 check here, and just like transition into a winning king and pawn game. For me, that's convincing. He chooses the computer's second best move on move 55. Actually, engine's #1 move. Dude, give me a break. Like, no human is playing g5 there. They're just like trading queens and going into the winning king pawn game. Alright. I'm gonna ban this guy from the team. That's obviously a cheater. Alright. Boom. Apt. Alright, you're gone. The problem is, like, he's still gonna be... can I kick him out of the tournament? Can I kick him out of the tournament? I can't kick him out of the tournament, right? I can't control that. Yeah, well, he's obviously cheating. I mean, that game looked pretty bad. The g5 move, I called it out. That's the #1 move of the computer. I mean, no human doesn't trade queens there, you know. He's still using the engine on move 55. Yeah, he did a pretty good job sort of pretending not to be an engine for a while. Doesn't even know probably what he did is sus. Yeah, I mean, he didn't play like perfect moves the whole game, but that graph, I didn't get to check the time. He probably has a very flat time use. F4 is the next best thing to Chess 960. It's actually better than Chess 960. Cormorant. Are you in the event? So Dinekis just does the King's Indian no matter what you do. Does he play the Pierts? Ice Bear. I don't know, I've played everything else against Dinekis. Surprised we only... Oh no, he had another account or something, didn't you? Dinekis. You've had more than one account, I'm pretty sure. We definitely played more than 46 games. He had to have had a second account. Maybe he lost his password or something. I thought that I've played more than 30... I've played more than 46 games against Dinekis. So Porter Zen Chess got a 0. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that looked really sus. The G5 move, man. What kind of, like, strong player wouldn't trade the queens and all the pieces off there, like, automatically, and just go into a king and pawning game where you're, like, 2 or 3 pawns up? It's like, come on, man. Nobody's playing G5 there. Little things that tip you off. I still don't like reporting him to lichess based on one game. I would definitely have to research more games. I would want to at least, like, you know, see a pattern of that in a series of his games before I, like, reported him to lichess. You'd have played G5 for sure. Why? Why wouldn't you trade all the queens off and go into winning king pawning game? It's faster. The game ends more quickly. Come on, dude. Any good blitz player automatically trades queens there. Hikaru would, like, instantly do it. It's like one of the first things you learn at, like, blitz chess school. I don't know what blitz chess school you went to, Cormoran. He probably could have traded queens actually on a prior move. You get the game over with. The weird bullet chess school. I don't know, man. I don't think they do endgames at your school. I guess they forgot the endgame part, but, like, you know, a lot of bullet players are very strong in endgames. They have no problem with trading down queens into the endgame. Hikaru has tremendous endgame technique. It's just an automatic win with zero chance of messing it up. And it usually makes the other guy resign a lot of times too. They, like, lose hope when you trade off the last pieces. If you're getting tired of this guy not resigning, you know, like, trading the last pieces hopefully will do the trick. Now he doesn't want to, like, play, like, 1 pawn against 4 and a king and pawning. He'll finally resign a lot of times at that point. So you got that added, you know, advantage. Once you trade their queen off, they want to cry. As long as the queen's on the board, they'll never resign. I think it kills their will to live. Percentage chance of resigning increases by, like, 35%. I'm basically playing, what am I doing? It is what it is. It is what is. He would have played it to get banned from team. Rarely have I banned anyone from that team. But if you're going to be that blatant about it. Alright, now what? H3, G4, G5? Not so attractive. If I just push the pawns, the knight will go, like, on H5. Maybe we have to, like, think a little here. Thinking. Bishop G5. Bishop G5. He could play H6 and then lock the king side. I don't like that. What if I do bishop G5, H6, take, bishop takes on G6? Takes on G6. Knight takes G6, bishop D4 check, king H1. Wow. Juice Box Wizard. He's a Juice Box Wizard. Good all-around guy. What's up, man? Got some good people. Peoples. Victor's Peoples. Knight h4. So what am I doing? Bishop g5 anyway. Takes. I could always take on g6. But I normally don't like to do that. Alright, I'm going to do the pawn push thing. I mean, it's a standard Leningrad Dutch idea. But I don't really have this well planned out. Not well planned out. Alright. So what do I do? Like, play knight e4 and take back with the pawn? Take with the bishop? Take with the bishop, I guess. There's a problem. Always some kind of problem. Damn. Can I play g5? Can't believe I screwed this up a little. Looks like I might really have to do knight e4. Hate this. You bought a business line. Static IP. With a VPN. Anyway, this diagonal has ceased to matter. I don't care. Whatever. Now I have the ultimate bishop. So the problem, I don't know if you guys see it, but if I take with the bishop, he has e6. And maybe I'm overreacting. But my knight is hanging on. Maybe I overreacted. Damn. I should have taken the bishop, allowed e6. What am I going to do then? Queen e1? May have been better than what I did. It was likely better than what I did. I'm still getting the hang of this bird thing. It's so gross. Learning. Still learning my birds. Yeah, I mean, I have to say I screwed this up. I feel like I screwed this up, but I don't know. Good morning. G5 schematic. I mean, this was such a horrible move. I should have played bishop takes, allowed e6. I mean, anything was better than what I did. After e6, I guess I just moved my knight back to g2 or something. Or I said queen e1, right? I'll do queen e1. It doesn't look great, though. It's a bad Dutch. Stupid for white. Thanks everyone for joining us. Mr. Coffee for a bit donation earlier. We had a subscription from Nils. Appreciate it. It's our Sloth Arena. What about you, Juicebox? Are you playing any chess here? What about your chess, man? That's the important thing. Can't play chess. Damn. Ping of 500. It's good for correspondence. You can play the 2-day correspondence, man. Don't risk like 1 day. Nothing wrong. I like slow chess. It's good for your game. Yeah, you just have to play like daily chess. Round 2 goes to where do you find these emotes? Mr. Coffee got a juice emote. Yeah, my ping is like 100. A lot. I'm at 91 right now. That's bad enough. I wouldn't want over 100. 200 has to be horrible. What am I doing in this game? I mean, my knight is on h4. My pawn blocks my bishop. This is so bad. Dinek has played well. He played a totally standard setup. You know, like a normal English. He's basically playing the English with black, colors reversed. But man, I mean, I have to play... I mean, I guess I looked at 95 too much. And I was thinking like 95, bishop d5, e6. But I mean, 94, 94, bishop e4, e6... I don't have any tricks. But you could even just play g5. No. You have to defend the knight. I guess I have to pull the knight, like, but it's not good. I mean, I pull it back to g2. f3 blocks my bishop. It looks bad. Sure, he farm. Dude, you're defeating my whole cool opening approach. Yeah. I'm trying to save time on not playing e4 to feel like I'm not playing the closed Sicilian. e4 is admitting that it's not the bird's opening, it's a closed Sicilian. And then it's just a standard closed Sicilian, right? Of course it would be a logical thing to do. Yeah, I guess this just doesn't work too well. He's doing what our first opponent did, which is just like tank randomly for a long time. Random tanking. I mean, the serious thing is, like, f6, if it happens, that bishop is shut out of the game forever. So... at least I have that going for me. The very deep idea of f6 shutting his bishop out for the duration of the game. Not even though. I mean, that pawn could fall. Like, I don't have any guarantees. If I push to f6 and he takes it and I take it, I don't have a guarantee that pawn won't fall later. Is this right? Am I really like up 10 minutes to 5? Against like Dinekis, who's super fast. I'm liking this time control, guys, more and more. Yeah, now this was a move that I was pretty worried about. I was thinking he wasn't gonna find it, but now he finds it. So there's always rook b1. You know, worst case scenario, I can play rook b1 or rook a2 or something really mundane. Not what I wanted to do though. I was certainly hoping to find something better. f6 just does basically nothing but lose a key pawn. If I attack his knight, it just takes on b2. Rook a2 is interesting. Rook a2, b3. He's going to play bishop d4 check as well. I have c3. He just eats that and then eats it again. The thing is, his bishop is like busting out here. The Incredible Hulk. So I think we're basically in big trouble. To make a long story short, knight c4 is like double exclamation point. Probably best move for black. The move I feared the most. He tanked and like found it. Perhaps I have some sort of tactic. Queen d5. Like trapping my own queen. Virtually trapping my own queen. I don't know. I'm in big trouble here. Queen d5, bishop d4 check. I'm getting a little claustrophobic. But then g6 is weak. Maybe you're right. Queen d5, bishop d4 check, king h1. He can't trap my queen, his knight's hanging. What do you want him to play? My queen could get trapped really easily though. I lost recently against Anekis. He played excellent game. Don't think I want to be on a dark square. He went back. Now that's an impulsive decision. Give me a second chance at queen d5. But I do have the takes on g6. Takes on g6, takes on g6, queen d5 check. And takes on c4. That's probably overrated. Queen d5 first, he just attacks my queen. Oh, queen d3 was suggested. Queen d3, knight e5. Is my queen trapped? I have a good, nice, solid back path here. I gotta request a challenge. Well, we're busy. In tournament now. Here's the team if you'd like to join, guys. Guys and girls. Now I wish I had played the other move now. Now black is planning on like bishop attacking my queen. Draw. Draw. Knight c4. I don't like him playing bishop c6 with tempo. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Knight c4, queen d3, and queen g3. Exactly. The queen is better there. That's where I should have gone. You were right. White's position is like the blob. It's very, very awkward, but it's hard to stop it. Slow moving. It's like a 2-story, stretched out, closed Sicilian. It's a giant car. Look, Ma, all my pieces are behind my pawn chain except for that. He went bishop c6 anyway. Alright. We're headed over here. That was a good idea. Fluid maneuvering. Maneuvering. And also there's queen f2 with the idea of supporting f6. What a nice position. Has erupted. Oh my god. I have another pawn. My other brother Daryl. This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl. Now, do I want to trade bishops or not? You know, normally I would think it would be a good exchange. There is the menacing bishop c4. I have a bad feeling about this. Shouldn't have done this. Maybe I should sack the exchange. This is super awkward now. Super something. Awkward. You can't believe you've done this. Me? The giant king side expansion? It's like standard. Standard overextension. I used to play like this all the time when I was younger. Not in the bird, but I mean, it's basically just a closed Sicilian. Oh, it's a meme? I don't know my memes. Meme knowledge is weak. Oh, you found it. Of course. Such good coordination. My alternatives were like rook g1 and rook f4. It's like, which of those is the clunkiest? Oh, you found that too. He sees everything. It's unbelievable. The guy literally sees everything. Literally. Literally sees everything. Seems to be getting stronger too. Can I play f6 at some point? God, dude. It's just unheard of. It's outrageous. It's outrageous how strong he is. Check him out. Jesus Christ. Wow. Unbelievable strong. Rook b3. Jim, are you sure you're not playing here? Do you know this guy? He seems outrageously strong. Who is this guy? You know this guy just from lichess? Well, I think we had another account. He had another account where he used to have his ratings all like 1888. They're all exactly the same. He's got the Ruslan rating thing. Rating manipulation. He's like way too coordinated here. Wow. Perfect coordination has been called. It's kind of scary, no? Normally he uses his time too. I mean, he doesn't use his time. That's really weird. Yeah, I don't know, man. What's wrong with my position? You don't like pushing a few pawns here and there? You have little faith. F6. I don't know, yeah, he's playing like kind of a genius in this game. Also the time management. Perfect material balance. It's like a totally normal sort of closed Sicilian, yeah. He does seem very strong today. Someone underestimated him. He's like instant move. Do I ever have a strong move here? Is it just me, or does he seem like ridiculously strong? And very confident, too. Looks like I'm just lost, huh? It's nice knowing you. Nothing I can do, really. Perfect game by black. His time use is really strange. I mean, he never uses his time like this. This is extremely strange. It's like he's a different player than usual. Solid, positional, uses his time. Seems like someone completely different. Never seen him play exactly like this. Scary. He actually missed queen takes f6 there. I never have a tactic. My rook is hanging. How long has my rook been hanging like that? Now he's like making kind of quick moves. Man, is he lost now? He didn't see the defense. He had a defense there. Maybe this move works as well. That's crazy. I mean, he played took his time. Played like a different player. He really took his time. Like a different game. I was totally lost. I had to be lost 10 different ways. Totally overextended. Right when he started to get low on time, he started to miss wins because he was making quick moves. Yeah, that was a great game by Black. Perfect game. To a point. Oh, this is actually Heinrich Danielson, #1 move. I thought I just started playing the Ice Bear last week. This is actually the way you're supposed to play it. Malinyuk. White's 3-0 in this position. I learned it from John Curdo. 30 years ago. So the problem was with bishop g5 that black plays h6, and then what do? Do I take this to win the stinking pawn? Is it that great? It's that great. No, I wasn't even sure what was going on here. But yeah, I should do it. Live and learn. Okay, he plays b5. Something like this. Okay, anyway, a4 is okay. Doesn't really change the position dramatically. And now I'm just like, I have to play knight b1. It's horrible. Knight e4, bishop e4. He even has d5, but let's just say he plays e6. I'm like clearly worse. I don't want to look at the graph. Oh, playing from the phone. Okay, that's why you use so much time. I thought it was a different player. I'm like, why is he using so much time? He never uses so much time. Yeah, I literally have to play knight b1 now. You played a great game until the end. This is like horrible for white. Hesitated. d5 was an unbelievable move though. I didn't expect that. That's probably a mistake. But what should I do? I shouldn't play e4 is what I should do. e4 was like losing. I knew it was losing, but I didn't know what to do. Yeah, I don't know how I survived. He was totally winning. Yeah, this was the final blunder. h6. And I lose a piece. I have to sack a piece here. I don't even know if I have any compensation. It doesn't look like it. You know, objectively, it looks pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, I can attack g6. Anyway, live and learn. I have a message. Oh no. Chess is fun. Chess is fun. I don't even know the standings. This is round what? Round 3? Is this round 4 or round 3? Can somebody tell me what round it is? Maybe I can open the window. Can open the window, yes. This is just round 3? Oh no. Sucks, I already put all the animals on the ark. Now I have to like take them out again. I lost a whole minute. The exciting knight f3. What are we gonna do? Play the Queen's Indian. What does he play in Queen's Indian? Do you play a proper Queen's Indian? Queen's Indian proper. As usual, I play horrible games and still somehow win. I was totally crushed and outplayed there. Do we had this before? You played this prior against me? Wait, bishop a6? Is that a move? I don't remember this. I don't remember. No remember. Was there... Yeah, I'm thinking of a different position. Thinking of a number between 1 and 5. A3 right away. Alright. You say so. Now that I've never heard before. It was so good to have the window open, be able to breathe again, and I don't know where I am. Okay, I never use this move order. Funny, I've never had anyone, not never, but almost never. I probably played this like once in my life. I never had anyone play knight on bd2. That position. Black probably has better. I think bishop a6 is probably theory. I don't know enough. Not knowing enough is never really a good thing. You have to step away and drop from the tournament for now. Maybe I should rejoin. Why not rejoin? It's just like 2 more games. Knight b3. Triple exclam. It's a weird hedgehog for white. Slightly weird hedgehog. His knight like magically jumped from like c3 to c3 or f3 to d4. No, it would have to go from c3 to f3 or d4. You dropped. Dog destroyed some kids. Well, as long as it destroyed the toys and not the kids, it's not the end of the world. The kids are still alive. The toys, not so much. Toys can be replaced. It's not non-problem. Alright. That's the typical afternoon in the Cooking Rook's household. Shouldn't the kids like be at school or something? Wait, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon there. They're too young for school. Alright. Make them go to school anyway. Tell them school is cool. Yeah. So it's like weird hedgehog where the knight like jumped from c3 to d4, but nobody's covering e4. Nobody cares about e4, just d4. I guess homeschools are are not unique to America, but probably more common there than other places. I don't know too much about it. I was never homeschooled or had any personal friends who did homeschool. But I guess it varies state to state. It reduces, like, in-school shootings you're personally involved with. It significantly decreases the chance you're, like, gunned down in school. On the positive side, which is an important thing in Texas, I suppose. Big plus. I don't want to live in a state where everybody has, like, the right to carry guns without a permit. Screw that, man. Yeah, I know, I'm just kidding. I've been talking to friends in the wake of the recent shooting and just thinking about how sick America really is. I'm just so happy I can live in a country where the chances of me getting gunned down are actually, in the single digits. There's an article in the Washington Post where they talk about, it's a 3-part article, they just published the first one today, the urbanization of like America. But the irony is that, like, we don't have people, even though Orban is the prime minister here and a lot of American Republicans really like his policies, they have a fantastic idea of what life is like here. People are not, gunning each other down with home-owned weapons. This is Europe. I mean, you can't be America without everyone gunning each other down with the Wild West. I mean, I'm out of there. Dude, people are not allowed to just, like, have guns, like, unlimited, like, in America. Why would they want to? It's ridiculous. Wow, why don't I break with d5? Takes, bishop takes d5. Yeah, that's bad. It loses. Other than that, it's good. Why did I play my wrong rook here? Wrong rook move. Yeah, let's start a gun control debate on my stream. I should have played the rook to e8 in the first place. I think Corman just, like, makes crazy stuff up. He played h4 with the idea of bishop h3. Out of control. Out of control. I guess it all has to do with the companies that make the guns. It's raining again. Raining again. The rain... I mean, I'm sure there are guns here, but it's like, you know... only like hardened criminals. Not every maniac who wants to start mass shootings. I don't understand how you play like this. What a psychopath. Am I lost yet? Man, Corrin is out of control. He has no fear of anybody. F3. H6? What is he gonna do? He's gonna sack it? Knight e6, pawn e6. Takes with check. I don't know. I can't believe this is sound. All he had to do was enter a Danish, and he was guaranteed to win. And you blundered. That's your job, man. Well, that's great, Juicebox Wizard. That's really motivating. I'm glad you can print your own gun. It's a great world we live in. Yeah, it's a real thing. In fact, like, they're trying to enact some laws about it now. There's a lot of illegal guns on the market that were, like, made privately. It's great. It's a wonderful world we live in. Rook takes e6. Knight takes e6. Queen e8. Does Master have that? Do I want to sack the exchange? Why do I want to sack the exchange back anyway? Why would I want to sack the exchange back anyway? I have like a death wish. I still want to sack the exchange. I'm like obsessed with this idea. Probably I should just chill out and not do stupid crazy stuff. How's my bishop doing? Good? Copacetic? Wow. How's my bishop? My other bishop? How's my other bishop doing? My other brother? Gravitational pull is strong toward this side of the board. I'm hoping he goes for f4 at some point. wish like my queen could get over here. Archery. Alright, now we gotta go. Go with the flow. Bringing everyone over to this side. This bishop on f8 is kind of a disappointment. He's been a disappointment in life. They have compulsory army in Greece? I never knew that. That's surprising. I knew they had it like in Israel, but that's understandable since they're basically living in a war zone. Man, he's a good player. Damn, you gotta stop doing bad stuff and threatening me all the time. Threatening me all the time is not nice. You're not being nice. Don't like it when you threaten me all the time. Damn, dude. I'm just gonna fork myself. Self-fork. I really gotta just centralize. Look how well coordinated he's becoming. The bishop on d5 ought to just like take it at some point. Why does everybody have to like go on the offensive if you say anything? We have to immediately like impart our personal political opinions. Like, it's impossible not to offend someone by saying something, you know? It's ridiculous. I'm not interested in your argument about Israel and their enemies, man. I have no opinions about that. I just made an offhand comment about places that are like war zones, and you have to like immediately put me on a side. I mean, I'm not making any kind of statement one way or the other about that. I don't have enough information or even know, you know. But it's really, it's like ridiculous how quickly people want to argue about everything, you know. It's just... whatever they can find to like have a conflict about, we have to immediately start. I made a completely innocuous comment about a country where there's a lot of fighting, and we're already like, you're trying to start an argument with me. I don't have a side, you know, with that, totally. I feel like, you know, I'm just completely neutral. I just don't have enough information to really have a side one way or the other. I've never been to Israel, but I know that, like, you know, obviously you'd have a reason to have people enlist in the army, whereas in Greece, like, there's really no, you know, there's like no current reason why you'd have to have people in the army. All right, dude. No, I don't study every political dispute in the world. Right? I'm an expert in everything. Just really irritating. What I find irritating is the attitude. Like, we have to extend our political anger to the chess stream. You know, that's really not necessary. Why does it have to come here is my question. It's hard enough to do the chess stream without that starting. Can I ever get a tactic? Because everyone has something they're pissed about. Pretty much. I could go down a list. I could sit here all day like complaining about world politics that I'm angry about. Mm-hmm. Queen d3. So I can play queen d5 and be up a piece. I can play queen f5 and be up a piece. What about rook e3? Too fancy. Yeah, he's probably got something here, right? Queen d4 trying to get on the diagonal. Really, I shouldn't screw around. He's been known to win the lost position a lot. I'm not even going to talk about politics. You just like make somebody angry, no matter what it is, even if you don't intend it. I try to avoid it. Alright. White is down a piece there. That was another unconvincing game where I think I was worse. Maybe not. But I misplayed the rook right away. Yeah, he was winning. See? So the initial... Amazingly, he has the initial sacrifice and didn't do it. Wow. So 96 is just winning. Oh my god. So I saw this. I was like biting my tongue hoping he wouldn't play it. But I looked at stupid stuff like that, and that, which isn't... Maybe that's not the best. You know, he has better, probably. He probably has... like, knight g5 right away. This... I'm getting mated. It's unbelievable. After 15 moves, I'm lost. After playing bishop f8. I tried to play like a solid move here. This rook c8 was a bad move. I should have played rook fe8. I mean, I should have known something was up when the guy plays like h4 in this position. h4. Anyway, this is the right square for the rook, not here. So I should have played this, maybe even first, but let's say rook e8, or queen c7, h4, rook e8, and then I protect the e8, and then I play like bishop f8 later. This immediately wins. You also have this. I assume this is the win, right? +3, +4, knight e6, pawn e6, bishop takes check, king h8, knight g5. This is hopeless. Okay, f4 is a tough move to find, but let's say like takes here. I saw this, you know, I didn't like the look of c5. I was thinking about rook e8. So after knight g5, again, I'm okay. Yeah, you didn't sacrifice the right way. Yeah, but now why not like g4? I mean, even after g4, like, it's still not that easy. Yeah, I would take, and I'll be up a piece, and I'm probably winning, but it's still not that easy to break through. Twitter otters. Yeah, I'm playing bad. Badly. My opponents are playing worse than me, though. Finally. Sumahar 2. Stavarian's been tough lately. The Stonewall attack for the draw. Akshak won against Leon. Draw with Stavarian. Win with Ivy. Ivy made it in the tournament. Bill. Yeah, dude, he's like lowering the price. Imagine that, Elon Musk manipulating prices of things with his tweets. What a surprise. Could he have a ulterior motive? You think? Oh man, don't get me started. That's worse than politics. Chess testosterone. Have I ever played a game in the last week where I wasn't lost? I don't know. I played a couple good ones on Monday. A couple bad ones. My excuse is that the window is closed. There's no oxygen in my office. It's like freaking submarine in here. Possible to play well. So Abul Fazl has 2.5 minutes to 7 seconds. I like this time control. I'm playing a little too fast, probably, if anything. Did somebody say submarine? must be about 90 degrees Fahrenheit in here with no... I have the fan on, but it just doesn't seem to do much. With the air, the oxygen that's non-existent. Yeah, I killed the bird opening. Oh man, that's one of my greatest crushes. But that was huge preparation, cooking rooks. Bladley like walked right into that. He was repeatedly playing that shit, and he just got like destroyed against me. But I mean, you know, you can't just like play the bird Larsen every game, man. I mean, he's playing like the worst. The f4. He played like b3, d5, f4. I mean, I practically like just prepared the whole entire opening. He played really badly too. But I mean, that's a particularly dubious variation for white. Honestly, you know, he plays b3, d5, f4. The bird Larsen is really... Now, it's one thing if you play knight f3 or g3, like the ice bear, but that bird Larsen crap is pushing the envelope too far. You know, I mean, it's just kind of dubious. He got crushed because it's just not a good opening, and if you do play it, like, you have to play it like perfectly. Yeah, good research there, Cooking Rooks. That was the end of my chess career. I started really well in that tournament. Probably one of my best shots ever for a GM norm, and then totally fell on my face and finished with like -1 or something. Bring back great memories. Hikaru made his final GM norm in that tournament. The bird Larsen is bad. The bird is okay, man. I mean, it's not to say, Saronche, that like any bird Larsen is bad. But if you play b3 and black plays d5 and white, you know, plays f4, I think it's bad. It's just not good. If black plays like one slow move, like e6, you know, or some substandard move, then the bird Larsen is completely okay. But if white starts out trying to play like f4, d5, b3 straight up, I don't think it's going to work. Very few games where any kind of grandmasters play that. You know, it's famously never been really considered legit. And I know like one GM like Chernyshov, who's tried to play it. You know, he plays some borderline stuff, and he's a really good like Queen's Indian player. But he, you know, it's the setup, the formation is good, but I don't think you can play it like straight up f4, d5, b3. It's just too much. I don't know. You know, I could be wrong, but that's been my impression. Larry Bird. You thought f4 was the point in Bird Larsen. What? Mr. Covey thought f4 was the point in Bird Larsen. Well, in order for it to be a Bird Larsen, the point is you play f4 and b3. It's a combination, right? You're playing both of those concepts together. It's a Dutch where you're playing, you know, the queenside fianchetto in tandem. Otherwise, it's just a normal bird. But if black plays precisely, I think that it's borderline just bad for white. Like my game with Blatny. Bishop g4 is a big problem, man. But Blatny like made it worse. He didn't even play like the most accurate continuation, I think. He did something totally insane. He ended up with his king on f2 after like 7 moves. I mean, it was horrific. He actually, to his credit, he survived like 40 moves after like he was like probably -2 in the opening. I remember thinking, like, am I going to be able to finish this guy off? He's sort of hanging on, you know. Don't know what happened there, but it wasn't good for white. I mean, look, you can play the Bird Larsen up until, like, master level, probably. But, I mean, once you start playing masters, they're going to play, you know, to the accuracy level that's required to kind of make it look bad. You cut your... I thought you said you cut your anger intake by a kilo. Is that... As long as that's the only kilo you're cutting out. Alright. Wait, where are we at here? We're still on round 3. I don't do well with the rain stream. I'm lucky that Cormoran played worse than me. Normally, he plays really weird. It confuses me. And it happened again. So what did I have? The first round against Sumaher, where I just got an easy win by luck. Second round against Nekis, where I'm completely lost. Totally outplayed, and he sort of lost the thread because he was on his phone. And then the third round, I'm completely lost after like 15 moves, and my opponent loses the thread. But there's no way I should have let that happen. I should have been more aware when Cormoran played h4. And I just kind of ignored it and played a very routine move. Actually, that's another thing about the game of Cormoran. I'd like to look up the opening and see what the heck I'm supposed to do. Because what I did doesn't seem right. Bishop e4 check. Here. And then Bishop e7 is the main move. Okay. Bishop a6 is an alternative, though. Your a3 is really rare. So I guess I played it correctly. But there's like no games. Practically no games at all. It says white is better here. What? Well, that's not okay. So c5 might be a mistake. Interesting. We'll have to have a little look at that later on. Huh. Looks like it's playable for white. I would assume the a3 is like a really bad move that white doesn't have time for in that formation. But he has white. Coca-Cola. Grams of Coca-Cola. Masturbate another buy? Is that your second buy? If only Arsenal fan was here, we could have 3 moderators. With Saronche and Mr. Coffee. A lot of people play this way with black, but I don't really get it. I guess you could just transpose to a Tarash. Boring world of Pana, black side. Sumaher, how dare you play the Caro-Kann and compare and you complain? You play the Caro-Kann. I mean, I played the Caro-Kann too. I don't know why, but You complain about the Panov. I feel like that's one of the more interesting lines. Because it kind of opens like the game a little. Boring world of Panov. Black side. Yeah, but Bijak, you should study more. Like, you don't study enough. Like, you should study your theory more deeply. You could find more dynamic variations, but instead you just play, like, solid, kind of boring stuff with black. You should definitely put more work in your opening repertoire. So he does, he transposes to Tarash main line. Off theory is fine, but still. You need to go deeper. Create your own theory then. But I feel like the Panov's not boring because it's sharper. You know, you open the game. There's interesting stuff you can do. You should play like G6 based formations. So, I mean, I've played this many times, not so much recently. I mean, Bishop E3 is main line. I don't know much about this player. Akshak. I've had this multiple game. There's an alternative approach here for white. I could try, kind of experimental. The main line is E5 though. I played this extensively. Can be very technical. I had this with Kabur Kalai, a draw, but he was worse a little. Amazing that black knows this line, it's pretty rare. Now I regret not playing the other move, knight e2. You know, 16 moves of theory. Or he just figures it out. I don't think you just figure out like d4, e5 over the board in a rapid game on lichess. I guess he has no choice but to play that. I guess it's forced. Hopefully white's still better. There's no losing chances for white, but the advantage is very small, so I've had a couple of draws. I did manage to win one game. I don't remember queen takes d1 being the move. Problem is if I take with the A rook, he takes on c3, and my only move is what? I guess I could play bishop takes c6. Doesn't take the pawn. Wow. I wonder if he moved the wrong rook. I mean, with ideas against f2. I'm normally worried about that. I can't remember the theory anymore. Somebody made a mistake, and I can't remember who it is. This much is correct. I'm not supposed to trade queens. This much is correct. This exchange, I don't feel like most people do that. White is just like a tiny bit better. You are purposely not blocking your bishop's range. Astrobait, you're not playing? Do you have another buy? Is this another buy? Rook takes. I expected black to take with the knight there. Wow. I feel like I had an actual game that went knight takes d8, bishop takes b7, and I beat the guy in a tournament game. But he took with the rook. This was surprising. For me. I must have missed something. Man, when is this gonna end? It's been like hours of rain. Ooh. 10 p.m., 11 p.m. p.m. Rain ending around 10:45. We only have 2 hours to go. Would you guys believe it if I told you I think I had an actual game where my opponent lost after knight takes d8, bishop takes b7, knight takes b7, rook takes b7. They lost that ending. It was a 2100 player in a tournament game. I'm pretty sure. e5 looks rather annoying. My bishop is rather restricted in its options. Probably had this position. It actually seems familiar. I wouldn't be surprised. Here we are, move 22. I wouldn't be surprised if this. I'm still in my history here on lichess. Oh, he found bishop d4. Imagine that. Now what do I do? That must be best move, right? Very complicated after bishop d4. I have no idea. Wow. No, knight d4 is not a problem at all, actually. I don't think knight d4 is a problem. I'm more concerned about pawn takes. I don't think that white is in any trouble in reality, but it's very technical. If I take pawn takes, he has a passer on the 5th rank. If I take with the knight, he takes with the knight. I play king g2. You know, I really don't see any issues there. Okay, he has like knight c2 maybe. Okay, there's some things you might have to be careful about. He might have like knight c2, bishop c4 check, king moves. I mean, they're both possible. The other move is king g2 for me, or something else maybe. Maybe I have a waiting move here. Like, what does he do after rook d7? Just waiting. I mean, if black is like a grandmaster or a computer, maybe I could be in trouble here. But otherwise, white should be slightly better. So far, he's played a perfect game. Pretty much a perfect game. I've only played him once. He lost really badly against me. FIDE rating 1165. Yeah. Well, that happens. But like, you should be erased from the FIDE rating system if you're 1165, seriously. There's big problems with the rating system. They've got serious problems, especially with the players in India. They come here and they're like all like 500 points underrated. They just like destroy people's ratings. The whole rating system is like broken. The entire FIDE rating system is just utterly broken. Something has to be done about it. Like, who's gonna do something about it, you know? You can't have people who are 1100 play like master strength. How does that happen? How could he have earned an 1100 rating if he's like 2200 strength? I don't understand, you know. He got a rating like 5 years ago and then you know, didn't play for 5 years. That's impossible, you know. They have to enact like some kind of rules about changing the way ratings are calculated. This is a really strange move by black. Like, I assume they're not joking, that they really have a FIDE rating of 1100, but their true strength is like 2000 plus. It's so standard. Very common, scary. The entire rating system is a joke now, you know, if that's the case. I've seen a lot of other people complaining about it. Why did black play knight before though? Like rook a1 looked pretty good. Rook a1, king g2, bishop takes e3, bishop c4, check. Rook a1, king g2, rook a2, bishop c4, check. Maybe a different square. Maybe rook b1. Anyway, like his move might be good. Might be okay. I mean, it's crazy that you've got these players who are like 1,000 and they're playing 1,000 points stronger than their current rating. The pandemic made it worse, but the problem was there already. Like, I have a friend who's an IM. He's older. He's like 69. But he basically, you know, slowly lost 150 rating points over the course of like the last 10 years by consistently playing lower, you know, like underrated players. I mean, he went from like 2350 to 2180 or even lower. There's something very powerful and mature about black style. What about bishop e2? I have a funny move, king f3. It looks like king f3 might be a good idea. We've basically gone in a circle. Knight takes e3, pawn takes e3, bishop takes e3, rook takes d1. Knight e1 check. Knight e1 check. Are you serious? Nah, he has a trick. He has a nasty trick. It's like the bishop e3, knight takes e3 check, pawn takes e3, rook d2 check. But I might have king f3. King f3 looks interesting and decent. What's he gonna do? e4 is nothing. Knight takes. Knight e1 check is king e2. I mean, it looks like a good move. Famous last words. The white squares are attractive when the opponent doesn't have a white square bishop, right? Should have lost this one. I know that feeling. That's like every week when I create this tournament. All my games are the same. The one thing you guys are bad at is like finishing me off. But I've always been like that. I'm known for like saving bad positions more than anything else. Defense. The defense rests. But it's hard to show off your defensive skills when you're playing people who are lower rated. Normally I'm defending well against stronger players. Knight e1 check, king e2. Rook c1 is not good. So he has to play like rook a1. He literally has only rook a1 there. And then I'm like winning a clear pawn. Did black miss something? I'm curious if we get to this position. As I told you guys, I think I had this position in a tournament game with knight takes d8. It should have been a draw. I mean, black should hold that, but the guy managed to lose. Okay, it's not easy draw, but he should have drawn it. Knight d8, bishop b7, take. I'm on the 7th with a better structure, but still. Black probably should hold on. Here again. But I had this position against several grandmasters. One was Kalai, the other was Borisic from Slovenia. And I'm pretty sure that like neither of them traded queens. I think I traded queens, so like, I mean, or if they did trade queens, they definitely took this pawn on c3. I don't remember now. That game, like I might have one game in the database. Maybe the game with Borisic is probably in the database somewhere. I don't remember. But I've never lost a single game with this line. I probably have only opponents who are 2100 and above, and I have 2 wins and I have like 2 wins and 2 draws. The draws with the GMs and the wins against the other guys. But generally speaking, the variation is considered not white's main line. I think Ivanchuk had a game in this line, if I'm not mistaken. Originally, that's what inspired me. The black's in trouble. I don't know what to do. Knight takes, pawn takes. Does he have a defense? There's no threat here. So maybe bishop b3. I feel like I'm going to fall for some sort of tactical trick somewhere. I was also thinking about king e4. Bishop e3. Man, there's a funny variation here. This is the line. Like, I was gonna play king e4, but he has bishop takes e3. But I was thinking king e2. It's a really strange game. And the point is this, right? Bishop c2. Because everything else is a draw. Now he's going to lose a piece. Thank God he doesn't have some kind of crazy knight check I didn't see. Tiker Suronche. Not too much beer. Beer with salt. Salt beer. I don't like this move. That doesn't seem right. Now I'm making mistake. Now I started to make mistakes. Great. The great mistakes. Getting outplayed. OMG. Glad I saw that. Damn, I don't know, man. The guy's got awfully good technique. That's not what you expect to see here from the 1100. I was winning for sure, but now I'm not so sure. I got a little sloppy letting his king into the game. You know, there was no need for that. It feels like this should be a win, right? I mean, both of his pawns are on the wrong color. Maybe I should get my A pawn, you know, down. It should be an easy win. Just keep menacing him. What do you menace? So now, that was certainly an interesting game. Is there any reason for me to play A4 here? I should really get as much space as I can. I don't know if the king of pawn was winning. It was too hard to calculate, too much to calculate that. That would take a lot of work. Actual calculation. But I think I should play A4. That'll actually hold him up. 1. King c7, takes, king takes, king c6, king f6. This should be winning. He moves the bishop, I take. Take. Oh, he's gonna stay on this side. King here, king g7, king e5, king g6, king d5, king g5, king c5, king takes pawn, king b5, king f5, king a5, king e5, king b6. I'm too fast. An unexpected defense here. King d6 has been played. That's not going to work. I don't think that's going to work. It's ingenious. An ingenious attempt. Perhaps. I'm not going to let you. Wow, that was quite a game. Looks like I actually played a decent game. But it was an opening that I actually know, which is very rare. Good endgame technique. Can we get 0 inaccuracies? Perfect game. 0 inaccuracies. Come on. 12. Perfect game. 12. My best game ever. 11. Uh-oh. It just jumped up to 13. 15. 18. No official inaccuracies. 19. 18 CPL. That's high. 17. Akshak made 1 inaccuracy. Are there any games still going for this round? Oh my god, no. Everyone's done after that. I have 20 CPL, 19 CPL, no inaccuracies. He has a blunder, 1 inaccuracy. Come on. Come on, hurry up. 19 CPL, no inaccuracies. I want to see a perfect game. No blunders, no whammies. That was a nice long one. You never played this with black? Wow. I made a big fat mistake. You never played this with black? You played like 20 years of theory. I made a huge mistake that ruined the game. What the heck? What was my huge mistake that ruined the game? Wow, rook takes d8 check is a massive blunder. So I missed something. Wow, so I should probably... Wow, I don't know. Rook c1? Wow. I mean, rook c1 allows knight d4. Rook d8 is question mark. Oh my god. Like, I would just assume that's a problem, you know, because you got this check here. Well, I can just play king f1 or bishop f1. Wow. I'll keep that in mind for the future. Almost a perfect game. But tried. Oh no, not stat bargain with white. How do you avoid the stonewall attack? You got to avoid the stonewall attack. I'll do anything to not have it be a stonewall attack. Please, God, no stonewall attack. I'll play the Caro-Kann, I promise. I'll do anything. Just don't play the stonewall attack. I'm playing the Caro-Kann. You can't play the stonewall attack here. It's just an exchange Caro-Kann. He played it anyway. Oh, what a sick man. He's playing the stonewall attack in the Caro-Kann. Exchange Panov. Oh man. Alright, wait, I want to see the tournament standings. Alright, I got it on tiebreak. Even if we lose, we're going to win the tournament on tiebreak. Stafargan's in second. Dinekis is third. Sumer fourth. Akshak. ST 33. Ivy. Shaki had a lot of draws for some reason. That's crazy. How does Shaki have 3 draws? Shaki has 3 draws. That's really weird. I've played him like 9 games and the last 2 games were draws. He suddenly became like a draw master. Stonewall, dude. I identify as Stonewall. They call me the Wall. Alright, I don't know. What's the best thing to do here? What would move 11 do? I mean, I think there's like a point to this. Stafargan is a good blitz bullet player. Is that the point? Not really. I don't know what my point is. What is my point anyway? I had a painful game against him where I lost in the simult 2 weeks ago. Similar structure game where I was just like better and I just like melted down and lost like a moron. My king was safer than his king and I managed to lose in like 10 moves. But he's gotta move away from the stonewall. He's got a stonewall. I don't know who Stafargan is, but they've got a stonewall illness. It makes you very Stonewallian. It's like the London system. People become like obsessed with it. But you're too narrow-minded. You know, you gotta like branch out and play other stuff. Just, I know for myself, you know, playing different stuff makes me better. Makes me stronger. I love playing different openings. It broadens the old horizons. Nobody would ever convince me anything otherwise. It's okay, like, to master something, but once you master it, like, move on and master something else. Don't stay stuck in that rut where you only play one thing. I mean, why not master other things too? You've mastered this, now you can master something else. But I feel like it kills your creativity if you just always play the same thing. I mean, maybe for like blitz chess, I understand. You can just do your thing really fast. That kind of makes sense. There's an argument to playing the same thing over and over again. Even in blitz, I think it would make you kind of dogmatic. Automatic dog. An automatic dogmatic. King f7. King f7 is not forced. King f7 is optional. Do you have a problem with King f7? g4. We have a plan for that. Say it, and you shall see it. Say it, don't spray it. I feel like I've played the same game before. The big knight. Petrosian beat Larsen really bad in a Dutch once. Said the Dutch fed his family. I thought it was the King's Indian, actually, that fed Petrosian's family, but he played both sides of the King's Indian supremely. I wonder if Petrosian ever, like, lost a single game against the Dutch. Interesting question. Probably he did. I wonder if he ever played Botvinnik in, like, a Stonewall Dutch or something. If Botvinnik had beaten, like, Petrosian in a Stonewall Dutch, I'm sure it would be, like, in my 100 selected games. His 100 selected games, for sure. He was so good against Dutch, man. Anything close, really. Alright, so Stapvargan slowly, you know, hung in there with 4.5 against me in 11 games. That's a pretty decent result for his rating, for my rating. Yeah, I mean, it's inevitable, right? I'll stick the knight on e4 and then you just eliminate it. He's just immediately like, that's what's gonna happen. So King Rook, what's up? What's up, brah? You're back. You're back for the 6th round. Asterbait, you beat Asterbait? That was round 5. Is it over already? Dude, it's only been 4 minutes. Asterbait, you didn't lose in 4 minutes in 15 plus 5, did you? Tell me you didn't lose a game. I'm gonna be mad at both of you if you didn't use your times. You have 15 plus 5. Now this is an alternate way to trade my knight off. There goes the king's side. Well, anyway, he's going to be able to trade my knight. You know, I wonder if it's better to play bishop f6 necessarily than h6, weakening my structure. This guy is a Stonewall. He's a perverse Stonewall aficionado. That was my first opening. I've told people this before. I don't remember. I mean, it was one of my first openings. I experimented with the Stonewall and the English. I don't think I can remember clearly. I must have played the Stonewall in the first tournament. The only game I really remember from my first tournament was where I was black in a Queen's Indian. But I think I was playing the Stonewall with white. That must have been the first, and then I switched over to playing the English. I don't feel like the Stonewall went too well. Like, I didn't have any good wins with it. If I had, the Stonewall attack I think I would have stuck with it, but I had just like crappy games or I didn't have good results. So I gave it up and started playing the English, and that's how we ended up here. 5 games, is that it? That's it, man. It's a 3-hour tournament, basically. 5 rounds, 15 plus 5 with the 5-second increment. So I calculated about 180 minutes. That should be about right. Calculalni. What am I doing here? Alright. Now the question is, how do you break down, how do you break into white's position? The minute I plonk this knight on e4, he's going to trade it off with like knight d2. But maybe I should have gone for it. He's going to just like hack it off with the knight move. That's it, ST. Sorry there's not more rounds. I would need more beer. It starts to get expensive after 5 rounds. I'm at my beer limit for the weeknights. Thanks everybody for joining us in advance, and we still got maybe 25 minutes left in the stream, but I'm just saying this is the last round. Thanks to Mr. Coffee for donating 300 bits, and Nils for subscribing. Pat Nix has followed. We had a couple follows. Maybe I can really open the window again. It's super stuffy in here. Fresh air. Stonewall Pro. How do you beat this guy? Seriously. It's still raining. Damn. Very, very lightly. 94. Any sense in doing that? Not really. Seems like a weird move. Like putting my queen in take with that bishop. His king is open. You'd think like, well, I don't want to trade queens. I don't necessarily want to trade queens against the guy, if his king is open, but my king is also open. I gotta try to win based on the bad bishop alone. I mean, that's all I've really got here. It's like good bishop, bad bishop. Is that enough to win the game? Not clear. Probably not, objectively. This could be a big mistake. Wow. So he's willing to like just let this pawn be backward. A3 seems really inflexible, putting all of his pawns on the wrong color. Literally the entire army is on the wrong color now. But he's saying he can just hold it. What about my king side majority? I don't think trading queens changes the valuation of the position that much. If I can win, I can win. If I can't, I can't. I don't think this is going to matter. think, you know, if I was him, I would be happy to trade queens, objectively. He's probably wrong to avoid the exchange of queens. I don't see any scenarios where he's attacking me. In fact, now, I mean, he might be in trouble. Now he can't play knight d2. And I'm threatening to fork him with knight g3. So he pre-defended that. Pre-defended. New word. You heard it first here. Man, I feel like I have tactics. So that's the plan. But I have c5 at some point. I mean, can I do this? Is that a bad move? Maybe, maybe not. Trying to get my money's worth. You would think like black is clearly better, but I'm not so convinced. Takes, knight takes. Bishop e3, knight e4, back. He's serious. Stonewall illness. I admit it's better than the London, though. I'll give it that. At least he doesn't play the London. Do we lose Mr. Coffee? Is he at work again? Probably on his way home from work now. A little early for that. I'm very disappointed in Cooking Rooks and Astrobate for their childish 3-minute game. In a 15+5 time control, you're playing like 1 minute chess, and then like Cooking Rooks is like, whoa. I played a lot of Bullet. I started playing Bullet. Really happy, man. That's great. I'm glad I had a positive influence. Takes, Queen c4, Bishop e3. Why is he thinking so long? What is he thinking about? Is there something I'm missing here? Yeah, I mean, you gotta play that. What other option is there? Seriously. Now what? Knight d3? Not really a good idea. Believable. What if I were to sack the exchange? I'm like gonna blunder soon. you played the Vienna against. You played the Vienna against Acerbate? What? What? So G takes, Queen D1? Oh my god. What if my king were to walk around to the other side? Rook G8. Queen H5 check, King E7. You're black. This has to be crazy, right? I guess I can always play knight f6 if I had to. If I had to guard h5 due to a check. I don't really see the need for that. Queen d1, rook g8. I don't want to pull my knight off of e4. I'm willing to like walk away over here. And you know, your king is partying, dude. Not mine. That's what the center is for. Like, sadly, he can't move his king without hanging his rook right now. He would love to play like king h1 or king h2 and double the rooks, but I'm just going to snap his rook off. So queen d1, rook g8. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. What am I missing? What did I miss here? Another miracle? Last time it was absurd. His king was wide open and there was no way to do anything to him. It was absurd and crazy. So I'm threatening like rook takes g2 check, rook takes b2 check, and you'd think that would be good, right? There's also some cool variations like rook g6, take knight f6, and what's he gonna do? He's got a serious problem there as well. Maybe rook e1, then rook g8. He has rook e1 there. I can't pull my knight off. Rook g6. I probably have knight f6 right away. Winning. Knight f6 wins right away. Unless he has a miracle. Knight f5 check. Pawn takes. No, maybe. I doubt it. What do you play here? There might be something. Queen h6. I mean, if he has equal, it's a miracle. Cookie Works, you beat Acerbate with black in the signature Vienna counter gambit. Signature Slaggy simul stream on Sunday. Stop working, taking a record amount of time. Double Stonewall. He managed to trade off my good bishop for his bad bishop. But now it's like knight versus knight. Like, my knight is bigger than your knight. My knight's on the 5th rank. Your knight's on the 4th rank. Bigger knight. Bigger footprint. I have Bigfoot. Yeah, doesn't this lose to knight g6, knight f6? Did I look at this? Are you losing directly, or is there some kind of miracle trap? At first, I thought I do rook takes and knight f6, but he has like rook e1 at the end. After rook g6 and knight f6, he has rook e1 and knight f5 checks and stuff. But if I play knight f directly, he does rook e1, I take rook g8, and even if he plays like knight takes f5 check or something stupid, don't I have just like king f8? Let's just double check. Knight f6, knight f5 check. That's not going to work. Knight f6, rook takes rook. No, he has to play what? He has to play knight takes f5 check. No, or queen h6 or something. Queen h6, rook takes g6, rook takes g6, queen takes g6, rook g8, knight f5 check, pawn takes, rook e1, whatever. I think this just wins. He did it. Okay. Yeah, I think he's just out of gas. He's gonna have to resign soon. Oh no, no. King e3. Yep. So he was like lost in that position. It's a funny position. I mean, it doesn't look like white should necessarily be lost. Chess is weird. He wasn't lost. Rook g6 is lost. Wow. So this is the losing move. He was tempted into it. But if he had played any kind of average move like that, amazingly, wow. So I thought I'm winning here. I was looking at rook g8 check. Wow. Shit. Yeah. I thought about it. It crossed my mind that maybe white has a mating attack. So naturally has perpetual check. He has perpetual check if I try to take his rook at the end, and there's no... Yeah. Wow. This isn't as good. I mean, I'm just walking away here. So his literally only move is to take this pawn. Let me take on g2. His king is open. And I can play either rook g8 or rook takes b2 check. But either way, I'm winning. King g1 only move. And now I'm just down a pawn. No, it's even. Okay. 4 isolated pawns. Better structure. Draw. Okay, that's not easy though. I mean, that's not easy. There's no guarantee he would draw, but it's a funny game. Not a bad game, really. I don't know what I did wrong, if I did anything wrong. He's a Stonewall genius. I looked at this. I didn't like getting self-pinned with Queen E2, but I missed that I had that. Damn. I missed that I could take on B2. Damn, I did not see it. I was sure that he had Queen E2 like counter-pinning me, and I just missed I could play that. So, take. Here he has to play like Rook D1, stopping Knight D3 first, and then Bishop E3. And then he holds. Stonewall master. Alright guys, thanks for playing. Is anybody still going? I don't think so after the Stonewall. 5-0. Dinekis with second place. 3.5 out of 5. Coming... What seed were you? Like 4? Impressive result by Dinekis, who had a winning position against me. He was on his phone. He was undefeated in other games, beating ST33 and Yurun. Okay, so he had low tie breaks. Akshak got edged out on tie breaks. Third place, still a good result. Shaki with all the draws, with the late entrance. He actually drew. Stavargan beat Cormoran in the last round. Couldn't eke out 3.5 points, so it's Sparklehorse first. 2651 performance rating, not bad, but I didn't play that well. Dinakis with 2093, he deserves a higher credit, I think. Winning against me, winning position against me for sure. Akshak was solid for third. Shaki, lots of draws. Stavargan, the last game was important, obviously. He was undefeated until that game. He beat Cormoran. Draw against Stavargan. Sorry, draw against Shaki. Draw with Akshak. So he played a strong field, actually. I mean, Stavargan's performance was probably higher than second place. Ruslan, solid result. He's getting better. Sumeher, 2.5. ST, 2.5. Cormoran had a bad result for losing to me. Ivy, thanks for playing. We've got Yurun in 11th place, cooking rooks with a win. Got himself his first win against Asterbait. Abu Fazl, Repunj. Or loser just played one game. We know about that. Asterbait got himself a bad tournament. You did get a bye though, man. Good job. So you got a point on the board. Testosterone, just one game. And Leon and AP87. Thanks everybody for playing. There's one more player. Zen Chess. Zen Chess left us. Alright guys, thanks for playing. It was fun. We'll see you tomorrow for some Weird Wednesday, Rapid Chess, and unusual openings. Thanks guys for playing. Thanks Mr. Coffee for moderating Cooking Rooks. Shaki needed the draws because I'm studying for an exam. Cormoran desperately wanted to lose, so I didn't get 5 draws. you had yeah, a decisive result in the final round only. Nice job. Not enough for third place, unfortunately, but very good tournament, guys. Thanks for playing. We'll see you later. Appreciate your support, and again, Wednesday morning we'll be back. Thanks, Mr. Coffee. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.